Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with that lovely altered paper bag folio that we have been working on, and I've cut out some bits and pieces. I've brought along some wax seals and things, some more lace and just different various bits and bobs, and I thought let's just come along and kind of just continue decorating it and, you know, hopefully making it just look really scrumptious and really lovely. We obviously have still got to do the cover as well, so we could actually kind of crack on and do the cover as well. So I've got obviously a few different papers that I have coffee dyed, so I'm thinking we could definitely kind of collage some of those on. Let's just see what papers that we have got. So yeah, I mean, hopefully kind of go with the ones that I've actually coffee dyed, so they've all got a similar sort of tone to them. So yeah, I mean, we could have that on there, for example. So if I just sort of marking this to size, really. So that's there, and then I can just literally squish it down about here, hopefully. Okay, so I'm just going to tear this along here. Okay, I mean, this is just kind of the initial layer, and we'll probably, you know, we'll probably layer this up yet. So let's just get that onto there. Okay, and then just, yeah, probably sort of squish that about there. So I hope everyone's having a good day, doing some nice crafting, having a fun time. Let me know below, how do you like to use your paper bags best? What types of things have you made with your paper bags? What do you think to this folio that we're making? It's a bit different for me, but yeah, I'm having a nice time making it. So yeah, let me know what you think, whether you think it's coming along nicely. So this was made using, it was some Amazon packaging, like one of those brown paper pouch type bags. So, oops, must be careful because I've not cut it quite flush there. Yeah, using one of those. So it's a brown paper bag, but it's quite strong, because obviously it was, you know, the Amazon packaging, you know, it's obviously a bit stronger than sort of a flimsy paper bag. So, okay, let's just pop that down like that. Oops, let's pop a bit under there. It seems to have a little bit with not very much glue. So plenty of glue, just covering the whole of the front cover. And like I say, this is just a kind of initial covering, just to get rid of that base of that paper bag, basically. So we will probably, you know, smother this in lace and things like that anyway. So there probably won't even be very much of this showing by the time that we're finished. But it's just as a base to cover up the initial paper bag, really. So like that. Okay, so I'm just going to then get my glue spreader and spread that out across there like that. Okay, like that. Okay. Oh, I mean, how scrumptious does that look? Honestly, the colours in this kit, they're so yummy. So we're making this using my autumn blush kit. So if you're, you know, if you're liking the kit and you've not seen it before, the kit is available in my Etsy shop. It's called Blossom Blush, and yeah, it's available now. So I'm just going to put that like that. Now, obviously, this is not really covering the whole of the page, but I'm thinking let's just go with it, because it's going to cover the bulk of it. I'm just going to get this yellow off, because that's going to be a problem to cover it up, because this isn't actually going to go right into that spine. So I'm thinking we'll probably have to just have lace or something down the spine. So anything that's a bit flimsy, it's not going to obviously hide if you've got something as bright as yellow under there. So yeah, kind of just get rid of that like that. Okay, just going to cut this down slightly more. I'm so sorry if you can hear noise. I'm filming this at the weekend, and my daughter is having a sleepover with her cousin. So he's here sleeping over, and yes, like Saturday afternoon. And I thought, oh, this would be a good idea, because I'm going to be able to then do some work. But of course they can now just hear them laughing and chuckling outside the room. So yeah, I do apologise for that. It's just that I was obviously quite behind, you know, from the summer holidays. So I thought, oh, I'm, you know, going to try and do some work at the weekend. And I thought, well, how's the best way to do that? I know. Let's have her cousin over for a sleepover, because they will then be entertaining themselves and amusing themselves. But sometimes these things don't go quite as planned, do they? And you kind of sometimes think, oh my goodness, it's more hard work having their friends here than actually just them. But, you know, it's nice for them, isn't it? Right, just going to, again, just smother this in lots of glue. So obviously on the front cover, I smothered the, you know, the base paper bag. This time I'm smothering the, you know, the covering paper. So it doesn't matter which way around you do it. You just want to get a good coating of glue all over. So like that. Okay. Okie dokie. So, yep. Right. Let's just spread that. And like I say, you know, we're probably going to cover this anyway, a lot with fabric and lace and things like that. So you probably won't really see much of this paper, to be honest. Although, I say that, I often leave the backs quite plain, so you might see some of the back. But I think that will be fine anyway. So that's the cover, or, you know, the you know, initial covering. So I'm just going to go in here just where obviously that's not quite glued down, and just, yeah, press that down there with the extra glue. Right, let's have a look and see. Now, do we want to make some sort of topper to put on this? Might be quite nice, mightn't it? So I'm kind of thinking we could do something like this, or we could use one of the kind of pieces from the kit itself, which is rather nice. So if I took that one, for example, I think it's quite nice being landscape, because obviously this shape of this, it's slightly more landscape rather than, you know, portrait. So I think that looks quite nice on there, to be honest. Now, I might not actually coffee dye this, because this is on the photo quality paper, and, you know, I've talked about this in previous videos. It does go quite yellowy compared to this, which is not the photo quality paper. And I just don't like the mix of the two when they're together. I think they're fine if it was all the photo quality paper, or all the, you know, the not photo quality paper. I think the mix of the two, for me, it feels a bit, ooh, you know, I'm not sure how well that goes. So, yeah, I think we'll have it like this. Loving how that looks so far. And then let's bring in this lace. So we've been using a lot of this beautiful brownie coloured lace. Oh my goodness. I mean, how gorgeous does that look, just running down the spine? So, yeah, I'm thinking cover that up. I'm so sorry. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to obviously shout at them to be quiet. Right. Now, I'm thinking we might have a nice book plate on here as well. I think that would be really nice. Yeah, so, yeah, might do that. Now, my coloured book plates, I bet I haven't got any big ones printed out, so that's annoying, to say the least. Yep, they're all kind of smaller. I've got some pink ones, but they're not the right colour pink. Hold on, what's this? Don't think that's big enough anyway, so, yeah, I'm going to have it like that. I mean, I suppose what we could do is then put some paper in here, and then have, like, here, for example, I could just cut out, like, where it's got the word journal, like that. So if I just cut that down, and then just put that inside the book plate. So, like that. And then I'm thinking, you know, we could kind of have that on something else, if that makes sense. So, you know, we've still got that word, but it's not actually having to be this for the full size of the book plate. I think that would work okay. So, yeah, let's put those away. Right, now I'm wondering what to actually layer this up with, because it feels like I'd like to have a bit of, you know, layering going around it. I don't necessarily want to have, obviously, this lace again, because that seems a little bit boring, doesn't it? So let's just put this book plate to one side. No, probably don't want to have that. I've also got this bobbly trim. We've used this somewhere else inside this journal. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous is that along the edge? So definitely I think we'll have that along the edge. Hold on. Sorry about that. I just had to obviously shout at them again because they were gradually getting louder and louder again. Right, let's just cut this down. Just going to tear this down. I don't know how this will look, but I just thought we'd try it and just see whether I could either have this coming out from here. So let me just take that down like that. We're going to have this one over here because I love how that looks. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that look? Yeah, love how that looks. Now, do we want some extra paper? Is the question, like behind this as well. Or do we think it's actually better not being layered? It probably is better being layered, isn't it? I mean, ridiculous as this is, I'm obviously, still trying to obviously hoard this now. I mean, what that's about is beyond me, but yeah, let's quickly rough these edges up because I didn't do that at all. So I'm thinking if we're going to layer it, I'd probably prefer it with a sort of bit of textury vibe going on. So I'm just going to rough those edges like that. Oops. Okay, and then just, look that up. Okay. So we will glue that onto there. Now I'm thinking I might stitch this on the sewing machine. I think would look really nice. So I'm just going to glue it down first and then I think going to stitch it as well on the sewing machine because I think that would really look gorgeous. So let's just pop that down there like that. Now I'm just going to then cut this out, sort of leaving a similar size border. And then I'm going to stitch it on the sewing machine and then rough this up as well. So we're kind of making like a lovely topper. Oops, a lovely topper piece to obviously mount on here. Now I could probably put that lace on now. Let me just check how I want this. So we're going to have this lace down here. That looks gorgeous. Now I'm wondering if I have lace on either side, is that a bit much? Because I was going to have it under here. No, I think I do prefer it down here, weirdly enough. That's unexpected. I didn't really think I was going to prefer it down there. Right, just need to trim this up here because you can probably see I've got a bit of an overhang where you can kind of see, you know, what's on the underneath of that paper. So it's actually showing up like a sore thumb. So I'll just get rid of some of that. Okay. Oh, come on. Just cut that down. Oh gosh. Not making a good job of this at all. At all. Okay, right. Now I think what I'm going to do actually is rough this up a bit and then hopefully that will kind of disguise that. I can then just ink along there. I can ink in here so that we get rid of that purpley kind of edge. Just run some glue in here. Like that. Okay. Yeah, right. So I'm going to stitch this on the sewing machine and I'll be back. Right, so stitch that on the sewing machine. I'm just going to rough the edges up here a bit as well. Just kind of like crinkling them in a bit. So like that. Okay. I mean, it's so shocking. These little tiny things that we do, they have such a big impact and such a dramatic kind of change. So straight away, you know, you can probably see that just looks completely different to when it's kind of laid flat. So again, just ink this up all around like that. Okay. So yeah, loving how that looks. Right, now got my lace here, so I think that looks very pretty running down the edge there. So I'm just going to glue that on a little bit with the wet glue. So like that. Okay. Like that. Okie dokie. And then this piece here, I'm just going to glue this on now with the hot glue. Do I want anything poking out behind that? I don't think so, actually. I think, yeah, I think I'm just going to go for that. So just going to hot glue this down. So the whole thing. Just put a bit of glue in the middle as well. Just so it's, you know, hopefully really well glued down. Like that. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, let's snip this thread out. Okay, yeah, loving how that looks. Now, on this side, I'm going to just have this lace running down the edge because I just love how that looks. That's so gorgeous. So, again, just going to put some glue along this edge to glue this on. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? Yeah. Love that. Okay, so that looks rather lovely. We're going to have this book plate on here. I mean, we could even have it in the centre, actually. I mean, I thought that was going to look really strange, but actually it looks quite nice, I think. So, yeah. Now, what did I do with that word? There we go. Right, so what I want to do is just kind of, what's the word? Not balance, but, you know, kind of put that onto some other paper. So let me just see if I've got any paper that I could use here. So if we were to use this, for example, so I'm just going to snip this down. Okay. Yeah, we could have that, and then the word journal like popped in there. So I'm just going to ink this up now on the edges. Okay. Right, let's have a look. So I've got this lace down here. I'm just going to glue this at the back as well, because otherwise it's flapping around a bit. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that looks pretty, doesn't it? And then turn that over. Okay. Right, let's have a look. So if we were to have this in the middle, like there. Okay. Oh, that's really pretty, isn't it? Yeah, really love that. And then going to have a bit of pom-pom trim, I think, going down that edge as well. That looks very pretty. Okay, so let's just pop this down first. So obviously this is just, you know, just a scrap of the copy paper that we've used inside the journal. Okay. Like that. And then this piece here, we're just going to hot glue this down. I just tend to always use hot glue for like metally type things. I find it works really well. So, yep. Let me check I've got that on there in about the right place. Okay. And then this one here. Going to put inside like that. Okay, so just glue this down. Like that. Okay. Like that. Okay, really pretty. And then, yeah, we're going to have the pom-pom trim running down the edge, which I think just looks gorgeous. Now, I've brought along a whole bunch of wax seals that I did the other day. So, yeah, do we like the blue one? I think the blue one's rather nice. So I'm thinking have that somewhere. Looks very pretty, doesn't it? And probably with some ribbon. So let me just see which... Oh, what colour ribbons I've got here. Oh, that one's really nice, isn't it? Okay, let me glue the pom-pom trim down the side first. So just going to run a line of hot glue straight down the side. Like that, okay. Like that. Oops. Okay, that looks nice. Okie dokie. Right. Let's just snip that down. Okay, that looks very pretty, doesn't it? And then that ribbon, thinking here. Now, just before I stitch that on, stick that on, I'm just wondering whether I might want to have some sari silk. You know, like the ruffling of the sari silk that, you know, we do all the time lately. I'm kind of thinking that might look quite pretty on there. So let me just pull in some ivory, I'm thinking. Yeah, some ivory sari silk. Maybe a wider piece, maybe this. Oops. Oh, that felt like, you know, one of those magicians, you know, like the hats or, you know, I don't know what it is, the cases or whatever, where they just keep pulling the handkerchiefs out. It felt a bit like that. Fun. Right. Now, do we want to ruffle this up? Oh, yeah, on that side. Oh, my goodness. That looks gorgeous. Just even already. Not even done it yet, but already it's kind of looking gorgeous, isn't it? So, right. Let's just put that there. Okay. And a bit more. Okie dokie. Like that. So, oh, I love that. Right, snip that out. Oh, that's so scrumptious, isn't it? And then, yeah, we're going to have obviously our little wax seal there. Now, just before I put that down, I'm now thinking actually we might be able to incorporate a couple of little flowers. So, yeah, let's have a look. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. That's very green, isn't it? Yeah, it's not really quite right. What about this one? It's a bit too blue, I think. So let me just take that centre out and just see how it looks. Okay. Oops. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe it does look good. I mean, like is always the case, you know, I normally just put things down and then, you know, I do find myself thinking, oh, yeah, you know, it's better with rather than without. So, yeah, I think probably. And actually, if I put it in with the pink, it's just toned that down slightly, hasn't it? So, you know, it's just kind of brought it back down. Brought it back down to a reasonable level. Let's try this as well. Just in case we want a couple of them. So, yeah, let's just have a look. Oh, gosh. Don't know where I'd put it, but oh my goodness. I guess we could have kind of a cluster of items down here. Or do we think it would look better over there? Or maybe even here. Somewhere around there. Let me glue these flowers together because, you know, they're not going to be moving around then. So, yeah, it's just going to be easier to handle if they're worked together. So, that one. Okay, and then this this one in the middle. Okay. Like that. Oops. Like that. And let's just glue this one. Okay. Okay, right. Let's just give this a try and see. Just see how this looks. So maybe that looks better down there. Get rid of that hot glue thread. Maybe like that. Maybe just the one flower. Yeah, maybe just the one is better. Now, do we need to have a bow? I know, you're probably thinking, oh, what's she talking about? I mean, how much more can she fit onto that cover? But let's give it all a try. Come on. Oh, you never know. We might just be able to squeeze some more stuff on here yet, mightn't we? Let's give it a try. Got some brown bows here. I do like that flower, so I'm going to just glue that down. And then that's fixed in place, isn't it? I can't keep on changing my mind, so that's good. I do like this, you know, ribbon with the wax seal kind of off to that angle, I think, here. Rather than sort of straight on, you know, putting it at an angle, I think is rather nice. So, don't know how I prefer the wax seal, whether I prefer that straight on or at an angle. Probably just, yeah, like that. There we go. It's just kind of went where it landed in the end, so that's fine. Oh gosh, made a bit of a mess of that wax seal now, putting it on. Ah, it's all melted with the hot glue, and yeah, I've made a right mess of that. Never mind. Right. Looks okay. I mean, it's a bit of a shame it's on the cover, obviously, but yeah, it looks okay. I mean, again, once it's all done, and you know, you're not really going to notice it, to be honest, you know. Nobody's really going to be looking at that type of detail, are they? Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, I was thinking the pretty brown bow, but actually, kind of now thinking this bow. Now, I've also got some of that thin lace, which I could just make a little bow out of this. So let's just try this. Just in case we prefer a sort of more crochet lace bow. Let's just do that up. Okay, 1, 2, okay. Just see. Oh my goodness, not doing a good job here. Oh yeah, I much prefer the crochet lace bow, I think. So yeah, over there. Right, let's just do that. Okay. Oh, how pretty does that look? Love that bit of crochet lace there. Looks very lovely, doesn't it? Yeah, loving that. Right, do we want any more of this crochet lace anywhere on the cover? Just because now I've got it, you know, to hand, I'm like, oh, well, perhaps we might want that somewhere. Yeah, I mean, do we want it anywhere? Maybe just even a little bit along the top there. Like that. Oops. Just like that, I think. So, yeah. Okay. Okay, oops, like that. Okay, just quickly glue this end down. Okay, right. Oh, that does look very pretty, doesn't it? Yeah, really, really loving that. I don't know whether to have a centre in the flower or whether to just leave it. I actually quite like it, just, you know, just naked, but yeah, I might kind of change my mind further on. We'll just see. I have got some of these little satin rosebuds, which this might be too turquoise, you know, too bright. Oh, should we just see? Oh, it is a bit bright, isn't it? It is a little bit on the bright side, but oh, I wish I could decide. Again, I wish that I was live and I could hear you guys, whether you think this would be a good addition or not. Oh, do you know, I'm just going to go for it. Okay. Like that. Okay. Yeah, I think it's gorgeous, doesn't it? Right, do we want any more lace anywhere else? Or do we think we're now getting kind of a bit of a lace overdose going on, or lace overload? Just see whether we want any down here at all. No, don't think so. So I'm just going to quickly dab a bit of hot glue here just to hold that lace down. Okay, so yeah, I think that will probably do for the cover. The back cover, I know I have got this, you know, patch here. Personally, that doesn't really bother me. But, you know, I mean, obviously, if it kind of did worry you, if you had something like that, I mean, you could always just cover it up with an extra piece of lace or something. So I'll just take that down. You know, we could just kind of do something like that to fill that in. So I might just ink that up underneath, so that it's, again, not so glaringly white. Oh, you know what's happened? I've done that same thing with my hot glue gun. The amount of times that I've done this recently. I mean, you would really think that I would learn my lesson, wouldn't you? And move my glue away from my hot glue tip. But I just do not seem to learn, ever. Just constantly keep putting it in the same place. Having the same thing happen. I mean, what is wrong with me? Oh, honestly. What in earth? Okay, right. Yeah, love how that looks. So that is the cover of our altered paper bag folio. So I absolutely love how it looks, I have to say. So I will probably continue on the inside in slow time, but yeah, if not, I will obviously come back and we'll do some bits and pieces on here together. But yeah, I hope that you like how it's turning out and how it's looking. So I just absolutely love it myself. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.